So you're probably one of two different kinds of people. You're either kind of new to off-camera flash, maybe you've been using some Speedlights, but that's about it. You haven't used any high quality strobes, or you have been using those kind of strobes, but you are just unhappy with the system, or I'm just really excited to show you this new one from Geekoto because it has some really amazing features that I think you're really gonna like. However, if you've been using Speedlights, I can guarantee you that after watching this video, you are definitely gonna be going with a high quality strobe system like this from now on. So I do want to show you the system I have been using, and that is this new one from Geekoto called the GT200. It is a really high quality strobe, so big shout out to them for sponsoring this because, yeah, man, I love this thing. Modeling light on the front. You're not going to video power anything from this, but it's great to kind of see where things are pointed. Display on the back comes with the battery and charger for this, so you're not going through AA batteries anymore. Full LCD readout for your power, and also you have just a ton of settings on here. And this is a 200 watt light, so really powerful. Full high-speed sync. If you're new to this, you know that how necessary this is. Most flashes will not fire at over a 200th of a second unless it has high-speed sync. You need a very high-powered light in order to use high-speed sync. We were shooting with the EOS R with a 50mm 1.2 at 1.2 without any filters, using this light, shooting at like a 6,000th of a second, 8,000th of a second, no problem to kind of control those light. So really awesome to see that. And then it's full wireless built in here. So they have these triggers that you can use. This is a Geekoto trigger, but also if you're using Godox triggers, it will work with those too. So full wireless built in, you don't have to add anything to this. So this is the basic light you have. You do also have a jack in here if you want to power the light directly without using wireless. Now, probably my favorite feature of this is actually this attachment that you can put right on here. All this comes with the kit. You can go ahead and put this on here, and that means that you have all of these magnetic attachments on this. So one of the cool things is being able to put in gels or filters to be able to add different colors to your light. You can mount those in there. We have diffusion that you can put on that. Also, if you want to put on a grid, you can put those on as well, and just incredibly simple to be able to configure this light the way you want to, and it's one of the coolest features I've seen on this. So that first big reason that you're probably not going to want your Speedlight anymore is going to be those features that it has. It's just unbelievable, the amount of things, connection options, integrations with grids and softboxes and all that stuff, and how easy it is to set up on this one. And the second is going to be just the raw power that this can output. And I know we talked a little bit about high-speed sync before. Other flashes have it. However, if you're using a Speedlight for high-speed sync, you are not going to get the kind of power output that you need for that, because when you enable it, it does take a hit to the amount of power that that light is able to deliver. And if you're barely able to use the amount of power in your normal Speedlight anyway outdoors, once you enable high-speed sync, it's just going to get worse from there. So like I said, this is a high quality, powerful strobe, not a Speedlight, and so you're just gonna get way better output on this. So compared to our Speedlight, we used them both, and it was just absolutely no comparison. We're barely able to see a Speedlight in full daylight, even at full power, whereas this can just overpower the sun, no problem, even on a sunny day like this. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other things that you get inside this kit. The first is going to be a softbox, actually a really nice softbox right here, 24-inch, and very easy to assemble. You can literally just pull out on these tabs, and it assembles just like that. So literally in a couple seconds you can have this. To fold it back up, you can release these tabs, and just like that, you can go back into your bag, and very compact setup right there. It comes with the kit. This system right here is the mount, so basically if I just take this off right here and mount it right into here, and you screw this in, and this is what you are going to use to mount everything in. So really easy to get all of your flash stuff mounted in just a few seconds and have this thing ready to fire. You're also going to get this light stand here. It's actually a full metal light stand, which I was really surprised at. So it extends to, I believe, 7 feet, and so it kind of offers you a good way to go for mounting this. We did use it a little bit, although if you're going outside with a full softbox and there's nothing to hold this light down, I might recommend using something a little bit stronger, but this is certainly enough to get you started. And it also does come with 4 gels, so you have red, blue, green, and yellow for coloring your lights if you do want to. Now we used 2 lights for this, so we had one kind of in the background that we used occasionally for backlighting our subject, especially because the sun just never quite came out, so we were using that. And then we had the other one with the softbox powering our model from the front to give just a little bit more light than what we were getting from just a natural daylight. So the other big feature here is going to be your recharge time and recycle time for these. So if you use the Speedlights, you'll know that it can take a long time after you fire your first shot before you can fire the second. 2 advantages here. One is you can usually operate these at a lower power than a Speedlight. So if you are at full power on a Speedlight, you can probably get away with a fraction of that power on this and still be able to get the same light output. So right now I've got this on a 16th power, and you can just watch this getting insane recharge times on this. So you're able to just keep shooting and not have to worry about missing those shots because your flash didn't fire. So one of the biggest advantages to using a system like this, and once you start doing it, I swear you'll never go back. So this entire kit here is $400, and you can use it for a variety of different cameras. Again, we were using it for Canon. This is cheaper than pretty much any other strobe system on the market, and also more inexpensive than like a high-end Speedlight from Canon, Sony, Nikon. And it gives you so many more features, way more power, and just a really customizable system, and basically everything you would need to get started. So the flash trigger we were using was able to get full TTL and high-speed sync. We were using it in manual, which is kind of how we shoot, but we were using high-speed sync. And you can also use those Godox triggers if you do already have them, or these Geekoto ones are really nice. Again, you can power a ton of lights, so we were powering 2. You can operate them off of different channels with this. Everything is really set up and ready to go. It was just a crazy easy system to use, and highly recommend it. So if you're someone who has been using Speedlights for a while, I mean, just having those kind of recharge times, the light output that you're getting, a wireless kit all contained in this system right here. And then if you were to go with the Geekoto system, the GT200, you're getting all of these things like your grids and your gels and your softbox and your light stand and the case and just everything that you could possibly need to get started. I really think that there's almost no reason to go with a Speedlight if you're shooting off-camera flash now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any thoughts below, what you think of the system itself. See you guys soon in the next video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the like and subscribe if this has been helpful, and I'll see you soon.